made Abt lose a few hundredths of a second, possibly. I saw the Audi of Chris Aberdeen and the Opel of Grant McCleary just closing up momentarily there as they close. He had to take the evasive action, and I don't think Rogers had anywhere to go.
Yeah, but you know, Rogers, the man who's been lapped, he knew the cars were coming behind him. He should have made way and given the guys all the room they needed to come through. Yeah, they come. Oh, and there's two of the cars off. That is the lady. That is Vidali, Tamara Vidali, and who's out there in the other car? I think it's
that's Terry Moss's car.
Yeah, that's Terry Moss. That's Vidali. He went out. Yeah, that's Vidali, and then in the Joubert car we've got Christian Menzel. Yeah, and Rog, here's our leaders, and are they really having a full go? You could see Sean just about touched Peter Cox coming through the Goodyear corner. He was so close. He's taken a wider line. You see far more defensive driving there from Peter Cox. Sean would want to win this one. I'm sure he wants to win it, regardless of what the situation is at the start. He will want to win this, and he's going to be having a full go. And we've got down the mine shaft. It is still getting very close, and it looks like Aberdeen's gone into third place as we watch our leaders coming down through Havileen into a Super Bowl, and it is the man Peter Cox leading right in his tail. We got Sean van der Linde, the South African. He'll want to win this. He's got two opportunities. Yeah, he's not going to do it here. He's going to do it at Gestetner through the AF Friedke corner. They come. That's the chicane, and you're going to watch Peter Cox. He's going to defend the inside line. What can Sean do? Can he tighten it up on the exit? He's going to try. He's going to try and beat him to the line. It's going to be Peter Cox, the two BMW Schnitzers. It's going to be Peter Cox. Peter Cox comes across the line. He takes the checkered flag. Sean van der Linde tucked right in there behind him. And the last time we saw, it was Aberdeen who had got past Christian Up. Up to the line they're coming. Christian Up's gone through. He's got his position back. Christian Up comes through in third place. Chris Aberdeen next. Then it is going to be Grant McCleary, and it should be Chanel de Villiers coming through in sixth place. Let's just take a look and see how they finished.
Coming up to complete lap number 3, and he's through. Anthony Reid has just moved past Emerald in that Audi.
That was actually
he just
Emerald.
tried to do that. He just tried to do that. I thought he might have just made it.
That was Emerald that went through on the inside of Joubert, and right on his tail through came Anthony Reid. And Anthony's so good. He's so experienced. You can't give him half a chance. He saw the gap. The moment the one car went through, he put his nose in, and he just followed him straight through.
This time Baird seems to be just holding off from spinning Briggs sideways as he did the last time. He gave him a little nudge. Very easy to get a front-wheel drive car and settle. Now he's going for a nice clean passing maneuver. He's got him on the inside as he got him. Briggs is going to hang on to his line. He's got a better line as he goes into Goodyear corner, staying on the inside there. No, Briggs still hangs in there. He'll defend his line all the way into Goodyear corner. That's the one at the old clubhouse. Here he comes. Baird holds off a wee bit. They are certainly flying along as Winkelhock goes off into the blue. He's 4 seconds to the good ahead of this pack. But a good race going on for second. Emroy's moved up into fourth spot. Anthony Reid came along with him and passed Dion Joubert. He lost 2 places in that little maneuvers that came out of Gestetner corner. Here comes Briggs now, defending his line. Baird all right on his tail in the Schnitzer car. It's Briggs. He's going to try and get a tighter line. Terry Moss seems to have gone missing from our charts here. Terry Moss is in the pits, and that's him out of the race. That's his race over. He's completed 2 laps, and that's all he's going to do here this afternoon at Motorcar after such a great drive there in the first race. And Baird's gone through nice and cleanly this time. Took his chances, went through, took a little bit of paintwork of Briggs' car. Look at this line of press as they come up. And Hemroyd's going for it. He's going to do it, and he's got a better line going out there. Briggs went back into position, and Baird's lost out a lot. A good piece of driving there by Michael Briggs defending his line. He can certainly get into the wall scan. Michael Briggs, Baird had gone through to, and he spun it. Oh dear. Oh, there's a big lot of steam coming out of that motor car there. And he's stuck in the sand, and that's where he's going to stay as these others come tearing through this great race. And coming up into the picture, we've got Chris Disson. Chris Disson's coming up there, and Anthony Reid has gone through into third spot. Into third, or is it fourth spot as they come up the hill? It's into fourth spot. Well, Hemro, that's the Belgian touring car champion, has gone to second in that Audi, the Rothmans Audi. And things are changing on every corner.
It certainly looked to me as if Michael might have had some problem. I think he might have popped a motor or spun in his oil, because he certainly just snapped on him, and there was a lot of steam. But I think Reed might have a problem as well, because he slowed right down. Yeah, Reed's gone out of the picture, so Anthony Reed's also got a problem. Maybe a motor, something has gone wrong with that Nissan Primera.
And Sean Watson-Smith is also coming to the picture. He's right behind Chris Nissen, behind Dion Joubert, and behind Craig Baird. So Baird, a lot of things has happened, or a lot of things happened in that corner there. I can't quite remember the sequence of things, but Baird fell fairly far back in that incident, and Dion Joubert came through, as did Sean Watson-Smith and Anthony Reed, but then of course he fell out as well.
It seems that Baird is the pivotal man in this whole thing. 1 minute he's up to second, then he's back to third, and then he's in the wars. He really has had a most dramatic drive. Broken finger or not, he's certainly he's forgotten about the pain. And there's a man, a great all-rounder, is Dion Joubert there, lying in fourth spot. Here he comes in the Enviro car. He's got up the ABT car just on his tail, the Twisted Ups car. That other Audi going very nice. Now see, the colours look unusual compared to the Rothmans Audi colours. Just such nice, clean-looking colours on the motor car. Sean Watson-Smith is closing in on him. He's certainly getting a lot closer. As Michael Briggs, he's still stuck in the sand. You can't see it there. As you come down, Sean Watson-Smith's got his head down and he's going. Winkelhock's lead has now gone to 9.5 seconds ahead of Hemroyal, the Belgian. Then it's Craig Baird. So we've got three visitors up, 1, 2, and 3. First South African is Dion Joubert in fourth. Then is Chris Nissen. He's in fifth spot. And then we've got Sean Watson-Smith, the second of the South Africans, in sixth position. 5 laps are gone. We're on lap 6.
Well, the only man who didn't have any drama so far, hasn't had any drama so far in this race, is the race leader. That's Joe Winkelhock. Further behind him, we have the current Belgian Super Touring Car champion, Jean-Francois Himmerl. Baird, then Dion Joubert, Chris Nissen, who's come up through the field after he's had a bit of a problem initially going off with one of the back markers, Mr. BMW of Barry Ingall. That's last year's BMW. So that car's a little bit out of date as far as competitiveness goes. And Sean Watson-Smith having much better race than the previous race that he raced in, and he's up into 6th position. But the South Africans not doing all that well, only 2 of them in the top 6 at the moment.
Very good to see Jean-Francois Emerald right up front there, because this man, the Belgium, is the Belgium champion, and he's done so well. He is such a nice fellow, so cool, calm, and collected. He really is so modest. It's unbelievable chatting to him yesterday in the pits. And nice to see him come through. He battled in the first race. He seems to get into grips with the car and the circuit and everything else. And he said to me, really, it is a step up for him coming into the country, racing here amongst these fellows, because the quality, and that is Chris Nissen. And if he hasn't damaged that car, then I don't know. Just saw sparks coming out the side of the car as he went across those curbs coming out of the AA Fleet Care chicane. Here they come once again, and there's Nissen, followed by Sean Watson-Smith, and that car seems to gain a lot better now, that Opel Vectra driven by Watson-Smith. Nissen just ahead of him, but it is Baird now in 3rd place, and Dion Joubert in the old car, really it's not as quick as the car that Baird is in. He's hanging right in there with him, and I think Hendrik is doing a marvelous job.
Oh, he is, of course. Dion Joubert having one of his last appearances in this car for the year, because next year he will not be driving for BMW anymore in the Touring Car Series.
I think they're all having the last appearance here, Hendrik, as they go into the final races in the Super Touring Car Series. The order on lap 7 is Winkelhock, 10.2 seconds. He just goes further ahead of the Belgian, Jean-Francois Hemroyal. Then it's Craig Baird in New Zealand, having one of his better outings. He's in the Schnitzer BMW, which does help as well. It just seems to have the edge over the locally prepared car. Although we talk about the edge, we're talking in fractions of seconds. Dion Joubert, the Enviro car, very good drive. He's giving there in 4th position. That's the car with the headlights on coming into West Bank corner. And on his tail, looking for the way, is Chris Nissen. He's a real all-rounder, Chris Nissen. And then we've got Sean Watson-Smith thereabouts. That's at the top of your picture. He's a little further back. And then Barry Ingall in that BMW is coming down the road, not too far behind him. In the Class B battle, it's Andy Gossman. He's in the Nissan that he's sharing with Yannick van Rooyen. He's leading Class B ahead of Peter Lance and Richard Sorensen's car. Then Sabine Dubois, the little Belgian girl. She's doing very well. She's 2nd in the first race. She's 3rd in this one at the moment. It's all Winkelhock at the moment. He's just got his own, but there's a battle royal going on for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and it's certainly not over as they come up to the end of 7 laps. Here comes the crowd. The Belgian comes through. then it is Baird, then it is Dion Jabeur. Chris Nissen is that yellow and red car, and then Sean Watson-Smith with the headlights blazing, the Opel Vectra is getting there. Barry Ingle is next, then Ronnie Melkus in car number 10, which is a Opel. That's the Marco Werner Opel from the Holster team, is in 8th position at the moment. Then the B-class cars come along. 7 laps are gone. We're on lap 8 at the moment. Second position looks like it's going to go to Rothman's Audis. It seems to have done in all these races here this afternoon. They haven't been able to beat the Snitzer BMWs. And Craig Beck, I must say, is having a most dramatic race, hanging on to that 3rd position. He's certainly been in the wars. The car has kept his head, broken finger or not, and is doing a very good job there in 3rd position. Dion Jabeur love to get past them all. Here's the tiny wee fellas, Joe Winkelhock. You can hardly see him over the steering wheel. Smoking Joe, they call him. I think we told you that before because of the number of puffs that he has every day. But a real character, and what a challenge as well. Of course, Turbo Cup winner, the British Touring Car Champion, German Touring Car Champion, a very hard man to race. Not always very good in qualifying, but what a racer. In fact, in qualifying here, he was good. He was on pole position. But Joe is always thereabouts, but in a race, he really does get in and race. Baird holding on to his position ahead of Dion Jabeur. That's his only threat at the moment, with up the ABT car just a little bit behind him. Coming up to the end of 8 laps, 2 laps to go. It doesn't look like things are going to change here. It'll be into the slow traffic. Will Joe Winkelhock. He's gone through as we go into lap number 9. It's Winkelhock in the front in car number 3, ahead of Jean-Francois Hemroyal, the Belgian. Craig Baird in number 4. There he is. And that the red strip down the bonnet, Dion Jabeur, and then it's Chris Nissen and Sean Watson-Smith.
But Joe Winkelhock really looks to be in a class of his own. He's so quick, this man. Sure, he got a good start, and while everybody else had Dion Jabeur's lost it. Dion Jabeur lost it. That's through Nasher. As he's just staying out of that the blue stuff. Yes, he was really trying hard, was Dion Jabeur, up in 4th place, and that's pushed him right back. That has really pushed him right back down to maybe 7th place. See if we can pick it up on a slow-mo. Is he there? No. This is the man, Sean Watson-Smith in the Opel Vectra, coming through Goodyear corner, and he's now moved up into 5th place. And let's have a look at it again. He hasn't come into Nasher corner. Dion turns it in, and let's see. Oh, there he loses it. You see the tail come out. He reacts as quickly as he can. You can see the wheels in opposite lock, but the wheels do not turn to. The moment you lose the tail, through goes Chris Nissen, and right in, you see, he gets on the gas, make sure he doesn't go in too deep down or too far out into that kitty litter. And that is the man, Sean Watson-Smith. Now he's up into 5th place. Barry Ingle has moved up into 6th, and Dion Jabeur is now in 7th. What a pity. He is running so well. And we can see the gap coming down between Emerald. Yep, that's Emerald, and with Baird right in behind him. Baird is closing up, and this is going to be a close nice to the finish. They got just over 1 lap to go. And the BMW, the Schnitzer BMW, is closed right up. The Belgium's really going to have to do something special. Craig Baird is on the roll. He wants to get past. He's going to be fighting, and this is going to be an interesting last lap.
Yes, exactly. 1 more lap to go, and the gap, let's see, was 10 seconds between the leader and the man in 2nd position. That's Winkelhock and Emerald. It's 10.8 seconds now, so there's no threat at all for Joe Winkelhock in this race. All he needs to do is to keep his car on the road, that he holds onto that 1st position to get the checkered flag for the 2nd time of the day. But the question is, what is going to happen in this battle for 2nd position? Is it going to be Hemroll, or is it going to be Craig Baird? Baird is a hard man to beat. Baird is a very hard racer. He is the New Zealand Touring Car Champion, and he definitely would like to beat this Belgian ahead of him in the 4-wheel drive car, because that will show that he's right up there with the top vehicles in touring car racing in the world. 4-wheel drive, of course, a big advantage for the Audi team, whereas they don't have to worry so much about putting the power down so finely as the rear-wheel drive cars need to worry about. Chris Nissen is also there. Chris Nissen is really catching up now. They're on their last lap. They know that. They're coming up towards West Bank for the last time in this race. And it's still Hemroll leading in 2nd position from Baird, and then Chris Nissen in 4th position. Watson-Smith very well placed there in 5th position, and quite safe as well in 6th place. It's Barry Ingle. I think he should be very happy about that. And as they enter the AA Super Bowl for the last time, oh, he gets it a bit wrong there. Hemrill just getting it a little bit too wrong there. Maybe he just braked a little bit too late, and he had to correct it himself as he goes through a Super Bowl. And now Craig Baird has got one more chance to do it in as the checkered flag comes out for Joe Winkelhock for the second time of the day. He had almost 11 seconds on it, in it, and Chris Nissen just barges his way through into third position there. Who is it going to be into third position? It is indeed Chris Nissen into third position. That was a bit of a harsh way of getting into it, but that's all legal and acceptable in international super touring car racing. So Hemrill comes in second position, followed by Chris Nissen. Craig Baird in fourth place, and the top South African is Sean Watson-Smith coming in fifth position, followed by another South African, Barry Ingle, in sixth position, 19.5 seconds further back. Let's take a look at the final results.
Fourth and final race of the AA Fleet Care Super Touring Car International Series at Kyalami. It's Sean van der Linde in the lead in the Schnitzer BMW. He's just 0.4 of a second. There they are in your picture now. The blue stripe is van der Linde, the winner of the race number 2. This is the car that he drove. And behind him, the Dutchman, Peter Cox. Schnitzer cars 1 and 2, they've dominated here today. In third spot is Christian Abt. He's not too far behind. And we've got Chris Aberdeen and Grant McCleary having a red dice just behind them for fourth position. Van der Linde in the front, using all the road as they go through the Goodyear Street. Peter Cox, the man who headed home these cars in the first race, was penalised for a jump start. And it is a difficult thing to get away from the starting line here because the starting line is on the downhill at Kyalami. And McCleary trying an outside line around Aberdeen. He reckons he's giving him a shove to get him on the way. He's been not obstructive, but he's been trying left, right and centre to get through. This is where he'll close up on him as they seem to go around here. Aberdeen has a little bit of a bouncy guy. McCleary closed up as they go up the Rothmans Hill onto the shelf. We've just got these 2.5 laps to go. It's van der Linde and Cox dominating in the Schnitzer BMW. Up to third safely there in the Rothmans Audi, having a great weekend here. Rothmans Audis have been up in the results. They've also got the Rothmans Williams here, and we're going to see those at Kyalami with Jacques Villeneuve and Heinz Harold Frentzen tomorrow, starting at 10 o'clock at Kyalami. McCleary looking. He's looking for a way through to a defensive line there from Chris Aberdeen, defending his line all the time. As Abt has gone away, he had a clever piece of driving, got past him as we get into the final stages of this race. They'll be finishing 8 laps now, and we've got the 2 laps to go after this, and anything can still happen. Van der Linde and Cox are leading in the Schnitzer BMs.
And Grant McCleary definitely not afraid to throw that car around and going absolutely up to the limit because he's only got a front-wheel drive car, whereas Chris Aberdeen has the advantage of 4-wheel drive in that Rothmans Audi. Yes, a nice warm international feeling here today. We have 13 international drivers in this race, and we're all looking forward to next weekend at Killarney in Cape Town, the NGen race day for the next 4 races in the Rainbow Cup Series. The AF Fleet Care International Touring Car Challenge. 4 races at Kyalami today and 4 races at Killarney next weekend. This is the kind of action you can look forward to. If you are in the vicinity next weekend, try and make it there, definitely. This is the battle for 4th position, of course, between Chris Aberdeen and Grant McCleary. We're watching it. They've got 1.5 laps to go after this. Christian Abt has moved a little bit away from them and still up ahead. South Africa is Sean van der Linde leading Peter Cox from Holland.
Yeah, and Sean's just set up the quickest lap of the race, so 1 minute 47.965 seconds. He's the quickest man out there and driving brilliantly. But the man has just gone out of picture. That's the young shining star from Germany, Christian Abt. He's so quick. He's just ahead of the picture once again. Then is the Rothmans Audi in 4th place. That's Chris Aberdeen. Then we've got Grant McCleary in the Opel in 5th, and then Christian Menzel in the BMW down in 6th. Down through the Haviline turn, and there's Abt going out of picture into AA Bowl, and it is still the Rothmans Audi of Chris Aberdeen. As Abt comes, he's got now what is 3.5 seconds on Aberdeen, and McCleary is really trying all he knows to get past Chris Aberdeen. Chris Aberdeen's got the better tyres at this stage. That 4-wheel drive is a lot stronger towards the end, doesn't use up its tyres with the 4-wheel drive, as does the front-wheel drive Opel, driven by McCleary. Abt comes through, waiting now to cross the line, and in 3rd place. Yes, they've done 9 laps. There's 1 lap to go, and it's still Sean van der Linde, Peter Cox, Christian Abt, Chris Aberdeen, Grant McCleary, and Grant just not able to put the pressure on Aberdeen 2 or 3 laps ago. He was right in there, putting his nose in, inside, outside, didn't get past Chris. And let's see what Grant can do as they come through the Nashua, through the second section of the Nashua turn, heading down towards Goodyear Sweep. And this is the up car, the yellow and red car, driven by Christian Up. And what a young superstar this is. These are our leaders, Sean van Linde, Peter Cox next through, as they come through Goodyear Corner. And then there's Christian Up. We see him coming into the picture. He sets it up on the wide line in the up Audi. Then the Audi, the Rothmans Audi, driven by Aberdeen with Grant McCleary, still putting that pressure on. He is trying very, very hard. He's looking for a way past Chris Aberdeen, and he's trying everything he knows. I don't believe he has the tyres at this stage to get past Aberdeen. That four-wheel drive is very strong in the last few laps, and you can see it working for him right now. And this is the man up, just going underneath, out of the picture, through West Bank Corner as they head down the Calix mine shaft. That's Aberdeen, the Friends Audi. This is the leaders. It's still Sean van Linde, followed by Peter Cox in that order. That's his 2 Schnitzer BMWs, and they're looking for another 1-2 finish here in this race.
Totally dominant, this team worked out of the Sean van Linde once again. Second win for him this day at AEK Lamy. He won the previous race because of a 30-second penalty for Peter Cox. This time he's going to win legitimately, coming through the last corner, just coming up to get the checkered flag from John Wheeler. And Sean van der Linde has win number 2 for the day. Peter Cox coming through in second position. And we're going to see the 2 Audis, Christian Up in the Audi, there he is. And then Chris Aberdeen and Grant McCleary. Chris Aberdeen coming through in 4th position, followed by Grant McCleary. And in 6th place, we're going to have the Christian Menzel BMW coming through to complete the race as well. So a great action-packed day at AEK Lamy. Let's just take a look at the final results of the final race for the day.
And that's very, very stuff indeed. So, to repeat, it was Sean van Linde who won it from Peter Cox by 29/100ths of a second, 29/100.
The back of the pits, here they come towards that Schnitzer BMW is so drive Audi on his tail, up that yellow and red one, tucked in behind. You've got Michael Briggs in the Opel Vectra right on their tail, and then it is Terry Moss has pushed through to 4th spot. Reed had a disaster at the line. He was left there, he got off away from the line in 6th position. That's really a setback for him, but he's got such a rapid motor car. He's lying 6th at the moment, coming towards us. In Winkelhock, it's Ack, then it's Michael Briggs. Terry Moss is next, then it's Craig Baird, and Anthony Reed comes through next. Sean Watson-Smith well up in the yellow and white Opel Vectra as well. It's just on 1.3 seconds between the first 4 motor cars. 8 of them had qualified within a second. As they come out of Continental Corner, Baird goes very wide. He's lost time there. It allows the other, the Hemrule Audi to close up on him. It's Winkelhoff doing what he did at Kyalami. Those Schnitzer BMWs are so quick. Looks like they're testing their 97 motors. They are so quick and so strong off. They took a drubbing basically by the Audi team in Germany this year. BMW is the Schnitzer team has been racing through the 60s. They know motor racing so well as he slides through the double right-handed Sabat corner. And Schnitzer's won all over the world, these BMWs in Asia, Australia, and Europe, Germany, Italy, all over the world, and here in South Africa too. Up to 2nd, and Briggs is challenging him. Then it's Terry Moss. Anthony Reed's on his tail. He's moved up to 5th. He's going inside to get him in the brakes. He can't make it. That Audi can go so deep into the corner with that 4-wheel drive. Up to putting on a great performance there. As he comes towards us, it's Winkelhoff. Up then it's Michael Briggs, Terry Moss, Anthony Reed, and Dion Jabir. The second of the South Africans is doing, the third of the South Africans doing a great job. He's lying in 6th spot at the moment. Here comes the Hemroyal car just behind. As they go round, it's Winkelhock. We've had 2 laps. Winkelhock, Christian Up, Michael Briggs, Terry Moss. Duncan Foss, in fact, is the man in 5th. We thought it was Reed, but it's not. He's way down in the field. In fact, he doesn't figure on our charts. It's Duncan Foss doing that great in the Signuson.
1.5 seconds between Joe Winkelhock and Christian Upton. I'm not surprised at the bad start of Anthony Reed. That's been a problem for that car to get away from the line. And unfortunately for them, that bug has bitten them again. And that meant that the Up car got away the quickest of the lot. But then Joe Winkelhock came past. And we see the Anthony Reed car in the pits. A big, big disappointment for the Nissan team. That's Michael Briggs still lying in 3rd position. Terry Moss on his tail. And Duncan Foss is in there as well as Dion Jabir. We see that Joe Winkelhock is pulling away. And Michael Briggs just don't seem to be able to get that much closer to Christian Up in 2nd position. Joe Winkelhock had a gap of 1.5 seconds at the end of the last lap. Let's see what that gap is when they come past the complete lap number 3. This is a 12-lap race. The first of 4 at Killarney in Cape Town today. Beautiful day, strong southeasterly blowing. That might help them a bit, but that effect will be cancelled when they go down the back straight again. Winkelhock now has a gap of 1.8 seconds. He's pulling away, and unless anybody can find anything magic, there's no way it seems that they will be able to catch him. Moss is going for Briggs. Moss is trying to get past Briggs, and with a four-wheel drive advantage of the Rothmans Audi, we suspect that as the race progresses, Moss will be able to get through. He's trying to dive through on the inside. Briggs is not going to allow that. Go through Shell corner, down the Joubert straight into Sabat corner, double right-hander, 2 apexes in that corner. Difficult to get it right. You really have to place your car absolutely perfectly to get the ideal line through that corner, and still the order remains the same. Almost 2 seconds between Winkelhock and Christian Abt in second position.
Yeah, and Smoky Joe's making it look so easy. He's just running off the front. He got the lead he wanted. He had to dive through in their corner. And then we see Terry Moss. Terry Moss once again making his typical charge from the back. He was 7th on the grid. By the time they finished the first lap, he was up to 4th, battling to get past Michael Briggs, but Michael driving brilliantly in the Opel Vectra, really having a great drive there in the 3rd place. And Duncan Force in the Nissan Sentra, the BP Nissan Sentra, right in there and challenging very, very hard indeed. As we see through Moss coming right in behind Michael Briggs. This is where he did it, up at the oval corner. This is the new corner since they've moved the oval track here to Killarney with such great success. And here you see Moss once again looking at the inside. This corner's characteristic has changed dramatically, and you can now try and challenge and try and pass on the exit. Moss is still in there in 4th place, but he's got Duncan Force all over the back of him. And that BMW not too far behind of Dion Joubert, really doing a great job of work. He's right up there ahead of Craig Baird, who's in the quicker, the more modern Schnitzer BMW that did so well in Germany. And now comes Moss once again. Moss just hanging in behind that Opel. The Opel seems to have good straight line speed, and Moss needs to slip up in Cape Town corner at the end of the straight. Christian Abt in the Abt Racing Audi is also going very well. This young man is very talented, and Moss has got problems. While he's trying to attack Michael Briggs, he's got Duncan Force all over the back of him, so he's trying to defend and attack all at once. But look at this yellow and red Audi of the Abt Racing team. Christian Abt is really showing the way through. Joe Winkelhock goes through. Moss now on the inside line. That's the middle line. He wants to be on the inside when they get down to Conti. He's on the middle line. Is he close enough to Briggs? No, he's not. But he's got there. You just see the left-hand front wheel of the Nissan driven. That's the Nissan Sentra of Duncan Force. Just locks up, and Duncan Force gain well. They've now done 5 laps. They're on their 6th lap. And this is when the Audi starts taking over. He's Moss going for the inside. As he made it, he's trying to squeeze in. And Michael Briggs just closes the door on him. Just says, that's it. Doesn't allow him through as they come out of the oval corner down towards Shell for the 6th time. And this race is really getting very tight for 2nd, 3rd and 4th place. Christian Abt maybe looks as if he might be pulling a bit of a gap on Michael Briggs, and Terry Moss needs to pass. Terry really needs to pass to start challenging Christian Abt in the Abt Racing Audi from Germany. That is Dion Joubert in BMW heading down the back straight, down towards Cape Town corner for the 6th time.
And Abt is the best of the Audis. He showed up the local men in the races at Kyle Army's doing it here again. Michael Briggs defending his line, but Terry Moss in the Rothmans Audi has got to watch out there for Duncan Force, a South African driving champion. And Nissan, they are rocket speed. Nissan, straight line speed. They've got the handling for that little team, and they're really competitive. Michael Briggs driving the race of his life under that pressure from that Rothmans Audi with engines just imported from Germany yesterday. There's Hem Royal. Sean Watson Smith just behind. Then it's Ronnie Melkus in the Holzer team Opel. And Moss is putting tremendous pressure on. The front-wheel drive cars, of course, start to suffer a little bit of understeer as they go later into the race. All the braking, the steering, of course, and the drivers on the front wheels. Easier on the four-wheel drive cars on their tires. All on Michelin tires. We've had 6 laps. The leader is Joe Winkelhock in 3. In the Schnitzer BMW, up the Audis in 2nd position. Then it's Michael Briggs, as you see here now. Terry Moss in the Rothmans Audi. He's the touring car champion in South Africa, and Duncan Force right in his tail. Dion Joubert is having a great drive there. The South Africans are having a big battle. 4 of them locked together. Then we've got Jean-Francois Hem Royal. He can't get to them. He's a little bit further behind, and he's going to get into a real barney. Now, Baird's got ahead of him. Craig Baird's got ahead of him. That red strip across the front of the Schnitzer BMW. Baird's moved up to 7. Then we've got Sean Watson with that dice going on behind. And Wade Voss has gone through the side. He's tipped in. But that four-wheel drive Audi has got such a grip on the road. If that was a front-wheel drive car, he'd have spun around with it. Weight on the axle. And Dion Jabez getting into the party as well. He's come along to join the fight. Dion Jabez in that Vairaka BMW is having the race of his life as well. These South Africans are pumped up and they are giving it everything they got. The Ordes Winkelhoff, it's up in the Audi. Then it's Michael Briggs. Here's up to that red and yellow car. Here's Michael Briggs. There's Terry Moss. He had a bit of a fright there, but the grip that Audi has with a four-wheel drive is incredible. That's the front-wheel drive car, as I said. It was spun it around. Dion Jabez now past Duncan Voss, coming up to challenge in the Vairaka BMW. Great